Hey, welcome back to Blueprints. Today we are cursed. And the first question I obviously have is, the curse is supposed to last 2 days, but was last day already part of that? Yeah, it was, because we only have like 1 day left. We have 90 steps because we visited the other one again. Oh, the lounge is just here. Master Simon. Oh! Now we know the combination here. Damages N. Okay. So I can combine those two nodes. We never heard, we had her first name without the connection to last name, which is why I didn't know that they were the same person. Anyway, Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here on the entrance hall each morning. If there's anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us. And Babbage, house manager. Allowance, 2 monies. Yeah, this is probably still the same. Nothing new. Okay then, I'm still gonna leave. Because I like to leave. I do know that we are going to lose a lot of stuff today. Today is probably going to be the shortest episode in a long time, knowing my luck. Because we are probably going to draft only bedrooms that don't give us extra steps, so we are going to lose a lot of steps. Something like that, at least. Anyway, the schoolhouse is new. Not new, we had that one before, I want to say. Digging spots. Sure, it's a new room, and it's also a green room, so I don't mind. Anything inside of here that I can find? Maybe there's like potato. Maybe there are some shovels hidden about. Because that as a combination would be amazing, because otherwise it's just dead end. Family tree. Mary Abson. Yeah, Sinclair and Abson family. Okay, yeah. Clara Abson. Simon H. Sinclair, okay. Okay. This might be like our name is also Simon. Obviously, we are not this person. If I'm like, this is not how a family tree works, you know. But like Herbie and Simon, named after uncle and father, I guess. The Baroness. Can I see anything on here that I would need a magnifying glass for? Crabson. Lady Ashelin, Lord William Abson? Okay. And again, we still, like, with some of the characters we still don't know the full name because it's shortened here. Not all of them, like William Abson. Okay, this is not a... That's stupid, obviously. Wait. I was kind of confused here for a second. To be fair, Herbert is a baron, right? We do know that it's just not inside of this one, probably because this image has been, or like this drawing has been made quite some time ago. Okay then. Oh. Search continues. Author and illustrator whose fanciful stories named Marion Marigold was last seen by Something Friday getting to Ferret. Isn't that the same text that we had before? No sign has been found yet. Sign? X, Y, Z, A, B, C? Why would you put that here? Are you telling me that there's a Caesar cipher at some point, right? Like where you mix the letters, like meaning that like an X, for example, means A, and Y means B, and so on and so forth, right? Where you just move that around. Could be. I'm just not sure about that. Maybe I need to get here with a magnifying glass, and it's just not showing me everything, right? Like the game tends to extra blur stuff out. Well, anyway, I mean, we have been cursed, but I guess not cursed enough. We are still finding some lore, which I do like. Give me all the lore. I just have to piece it together at some point, because I feel like I am absolutely unable to piece together any sort of lore while I'm camera, right? I feel like that's always the hardest bit. Yeah, have a coin. Enjoy it. You know, as a treat. Mr. Well? Well then, it's time to explore. We want to go over here. Into the corridor or just a chapel? We don't need money, right? Chapel makes us lose everything. Just by drawing it. But I don't really care, right? We don't have anything yet, so getting more options isn't actually too bad. That means security we can't open. I'm just gonna take the closet then. Gem and the die. I do like getting those. Oh. Nothing else in here? No. Again, I'm actually not taking this run too serious for now. The den is a blue room. Blue rooms, do they change anything? I don't think they do. It's the red rooms that take everything. Wait, I can probably look into this one. Yeah, bedrooms, hallways, green rooms, and shop. Okay, so blue rooms are still completely fine. Do I want to get the observatory here? No, I'm gonna take the storeroom. I might need extra items this run, and again, it's not like I can do a lot here, and I don't really want to use the observatory. Wait, we have 5 stars. Which is a 6 star? I have my list here, star effects. 6 doesn't actually do anything. We have the Southern Cross is the active one currently, where we're getting like the 4-way thingies, but the 6th one doesn't actually do anything. Pantry. Right, again, I'm gonna be very, very loose when it comes to our organization here and trying to get more rooms, because I don't actually have high hopes that anything interesting is going to happen. Gonna take the Nook. I don't need the library. Wait a second, I could have read in the library. But I do like the key. I didn't want to use my die here, right? There are like probably better uses for that one. Do I want to open this one? Not yet. Just in case I get a sledgehammer. By the way, I'm also not going to get the... what's it called? First of all, I'm gonna go over here. Hello. Sure, let's play the game. The code check-in thingy. Just because I don't need the silver key this time around. I can't actually make progress today. 2 of these statements are true. A statement on the blue box is true, so those 2, if those are true, then this one would be false. The gems are in a box without a true statement. Okay, so here's the issue. Right, with a true statement. Okay, but this is a false statement. Because otherwise those 2 can't be true. Just gonna say it's this one. This is a false statement. Yeah. The double whammy. Oh, keys. Don't need the car keys, but... Did I get the car keys last time and didn't check out? No, wait, I just had the option to go outside. That was it. I completely forgot about that. I had the option. I could have probably opened the trunk again. Look at that. There's actually a lot of dirt around here. I didn't expect to have like so much dirt. Normally you only find them in the... Ooh, do I want to get the secret passage? But we are losing... We are losing a key if I do this. I prefer the drawing room here. Drawing room. What do I want to say? Like we... I completely forgot what I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, the root cellar. Like normally we only have like the dig spots in green rooms, and having them in like even the chapel is quite something. Observatory locks us in. Spare room is the only one that we can use. I'm gonna do the regular redraw though. Hallway, kitchen costs us a coin. I don't actually mind that. Losing 2 steps to the bank room would be terrible. Also, did you see the symbol below me? Right, interesting. Right, that popped up for like just a moment to tell me that the curse is active. Do I want to buy something today? We have chef's salad, so it's actually not too bad if I get some green rooms. But again, I don't feel like I need a lot here. Bedroom is going to cost us a step. Do I care about that? I'm gonna take the spare room instead, I guess. I just wanna see how many rooms I can find. I actually would like to see some new rooms that I never take. Corridors always left unlocked, the hallway. Red room would make us lose everything, so I'm just gonna take the corridor and just accept, like pretend that the end of the corridor was locked, because it's actually equivalent. Laboratory? So I could take that one and get this ready for next time, because the 7th one would give us better apples. It's actually not that impressive. Huh. By the way, what was 21 again? There's special flowers in a room once we get like 20. So in like the green room. So maybe we should do that. Alternatively, laboratory. And we just hope that we can find the boiler room today again. Activating you. First of all, experiment setup. I would like to... For each bedroom you draft after your second, set your dice to 2. You draft a hallway from a hallway each time you eat an apple. Wait, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Permanently? I'm gonna take the bedroom one because we already had... Wait, did we already have a bedroom? I'm just gonna draft all the bedrooms I can then. Yeah, absolutely. Start experiment. My goal is going to be to get as many... Swan song. Get as many bedrooms today as possible and just increase our gold for next time. I don't know how much we can get. I thought it would be, I want to say it like less random, right? Like that there are just like 2 or 3 special items that give us allowance. But technically, if this is just an experiment that we can have every once in a while, then we can get infinite allowance technically. Anyway, I do not need anything in here. Wait, is the red one again? Electronic can only be accessed via the security terminal. That's wrong because it's obviously all the other ones. I still need to find special other things. I have not opened or like gotten a singular bedroom yet, but I'm gonna get those because bedrooms are actually kind of cheap if you think about it. It's just a step. We have like a lot, and I mean a lot of steps, and could even buy some if we really needed to. Obviously, we can't take the dead end ones. Oh wait, entrance hall is here. I thought we were already locked in. Like all of the options. I have to take the hallway here. I could re-roll. Yeah, I'm gonna re-draw. Library brings us to the right. That's a lot better. Yeah. And we can read a book here. Oh, the history of Orindia. It's the 19th. Okay. This book was reviewed and cleared by publication by Fen Area's Central Board of Education. It has been edited to conform to our department standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Okay, this has been... Let's call it I want to say like let's call it censored, but my god. They removed a lot. I did not expect that. I don't even know what Orindia is. Forward, something. The name used to designate the realms of eastern waters. Something is no longer known to the average citizen. Maybe I can read this if I have a magnifying glass. Maybe there's like a little bit left. That would be weird to print it like that though. We must something permit leaders to abandon our past. How much more? Wait. I'm gonna read that later because I feel like getting a rough overview of what we're talking about is probably reasonable. Ajera. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Ajera, by the ascension of the first king, someone whose name Horus would later... The first king something whose name Horus, so did you censor one of those? I feel like this is going to be really important at some point, so I'm gonna probably go through it without my cam for just a brief moment to give me some evidence of text, you know. Would later be burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Horus was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification for the surroundings of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sale receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Horus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Horus, and by the end of the 1st century, the something, a new kingdom was born. It doesn't even tell me which year it is. The second era. It was the 4th king, someone, who split this vast domain in 3 equal shares, 3 realms for 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift of something. The youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Arius, the land of the northern storms. A wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not as developed as a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Erajar, a land steeped in tradition. Okay. The 3rd era, and there's like a lot missing. Oh! We have seen those. What was the last flag? It was this weird heart shape. Okay, this is censored though. The 3rd era. As the 2nd era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperations in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of the heirs continued the tradition, and the 3rd era was defined by something, a lot of redacted stuff. My god, look at them just redacting everything. Something commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bonds and layering the foundations for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. The 4th era. As the kingdom something entered the 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolate III was a something king who often was seen drinking something, a sight that shook not only the gentry and the court but the masses as well. By the way, my mouse was gone, probably because I tapped out at some point. Okay, now I can see it again. I'm gonna ignore the text here. Desolate was renowned as the king of something. No one when he made a decision to move something, wing castle and court behind, or leaving castle and court behind. Why would you censor it like that? The people were overjoyed by this choice. So I'm guessing this is actually what does it say? Like, they had this book and then they actually drew over all the spots with like black, because we can see like the rest of the letters. It's not like that it was rewritten and it just shows that there's something redacted in there. And the people were overjoyed by this choice, and something were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his something common folk. These something voices planted the seeds, something which took root in somewhere, grand city of Fen. The era of ruin. This is chapter 5. After the passing of King Desolate III, the 4th era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. Just in general, I mean, it's a king. We are all thankful that it died. You know, it just happens. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the something Prince Larson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by an astounding number of supporters probably, due to the fact that Desolate IV shared something little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The Garden of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the battalions, joined forces with the Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Arius and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried one in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Horus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal families fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna connect something here. They're actually in order, so this is the north one. This is the south one. And they said that they... That's the current era, something in red. Which one were colored red? Because we had seen the flags. And the interesting thing is, even though this is censored, in the classroom it was not. So this is probably a rather recent event that this was censored. The black flags that had flown for 5 years. Okay. I don't remember them being black because we have yellow, orange, and purple for like the flag colors, which is interesting. Red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen Fen. I don't know which ones are the red banners. Am I understanding like the coloring book completely incorrectly? Because they were actually giving them full, like almost full marks, even though they used wrong colors for the flags. I don't know. I'm now really confused actually. The current era, chapter 6. Today the realms inherited by the 3 Fen Arius, Arch Arius, and Eraja. I still don't know how to pronounce that one. Once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. And then a lot of censored stuff. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. Which is why we censor everything, even the name. Okay, now in the middle. Before I do that, I'm gonna hide my camera just for recording purposes. I'm gonna go over this so I can read this in peace while editing. Just briefly, I need to do that every once in a while, and then afterwards I am going to go over the text that's inside of here. Era of Ruin. Current era. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the time without my face. It's over. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department and this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient. Convenient, especially for someone of your social status. So it means all the more that you are not only tolerant but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Orindia could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection. But perhaps I was misinformed. I still feel like this is a hastily censored version, so maybe they censored it before giving it out. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. Wait. A jest for the, okay, now I get it, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I will say, well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit, we'll all have a laugh about this after you have given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Bon Marshall from the Red Guard. We do know about the fact that they had kind of gone inside of here. This was in 1979. And this happened like later, like the clearing here. Right, it was borrowed twice. Herbert borrowed it, then Mary Jones. A few years later in 84. Wait, she disappeared in 87? I think, 86? She was last seen in early 87, exactly. Probably learned about something. When was the bombing stuff? No, that was like a lot later. Like, she was honored or like got the literary honor herald thingy for her children's book in 85. So this is even a year after this. Okay. It's interesting that this guy ordered this twice. And like half a year apart. This is probably from the first time, even though we talk about it. Interesting. Now I just have to order the next book on the list. You know, it kind of makes sense because we had learned about this, right? Because the Baron had hidden some people in the bunker, which could be like some of the people, you know, in their bombing, I'm guessing. They were probably related to that. That's currently my theory. I just don't know who exactly it was, if that's even the case, right? Like I could just go over the names that were in the newspaper about those years, but otherwise I'm not quite sure. The attic we can't take. We can take the archives. It's a red room, we are going to lose everything. I would like the attic, because it's new, 8 items, but we need a gem. Secret passage could be interesting, but no, I'm gonna take the archives. Look at us just losing everything. That's a lot of loss. I do know that there can be items in here because we've seen some before, which is why I'm looking around again. You may never know. Do I want to go further north? Any direction that seems extra suitable? I'm gonna go over here. No. Okay, I'm gonna check if any of the other paths are open. The garage. I mean, sure, why not? I'm getting some more keys out of this, so I don't actually mind, and if I can power this up, then I can at least leave this a lot easier. Alternative, wait, I did get the car keys. Completely forgot about that already. There are some items in the trunk, if I... Oh, upgrade disc. Nice. Like, I've read so much, I've already forgotten the kinds of rooms that we had found. Library, drawing room, no, we don't have a... We have the lab that we could go to if we want to upgrade this. Also, inside is probably still just the one text. Right, they had the drop-off. This, yeah, I believe Danny has already the payment ready. Yeah. Again, I have it in my notes. I don't actually mind just going over this just briefly, because again, like, I am terrible at piecing stuff together while I'm talking about it. It's a lot easier if I can just get all my notes in front of me, step by step, just look at them. The pool? I need a gem for that one, so I'm just gonna take the archived one. Oh wait, no, I need to get the bedrooms. Hallway is annoying. Wait, did I lose a key there? I might have. I still have to get like all the bedrooms. Another hallway is annoying, so I'm gonna take the archived one. Give me a bedroom. I mean, that's also kind of fine. Anything? Shovel? Oh my god, shovel is going to be so amazing today. Let me dig. Turnip. Delicious. Oversized. Just like me. Few coins. 3 coins. Okay, so like the image actually is important. Right, because we have seen a song with like 2 coins in there and this one with 3 apparently. Nothing at all. Not even trash. Normally we always find trash, so maybe there's no guarantee to get some stuff in there. Interesting. Use key. I'm gonna need something that goes to the left. Like the bedroom. Because I want some bedrooms. I need to get at least 1 more room, so I'm gonna go... No, I'm gonna go into this room first. We can go back later on and just dig up everything soon. Boudoir doesn't help us here. I need to get something else actually. I'm gonna take the archived one. Just gonna risk it. Ooh, double bedroom. Nice. Successful trigger 1. For each bedroom after you draft. But I drafted 2. This counts as 2 bedrooms. Didn't that... Maybe it doesn't work for drafting. Maybe it just counts as 1 while... Or like... It's 1 while drafting, but like as a room it counts as 2. Because it should have triggered twice. Technically. Still though, we got some gems. I don't mind that. That means the rest could be a little bit better. We have 1 key. Now the question is, do I want to use that key in the archives? I mean, technically we still have like a lot of digging spots, and we at least got a bit of lore out of today. So I'm not actually that worried. If I'm not getting anything in this room, then so be it. Code check I don't care about. Darkroom I don't care about in this case. Archived. Breaker box. I mean, that's not too bad. A few coins. I can save some steps. Wait, am I even saving steps? No, I wouldn't actually save steps by leaving the place here. But I do like turning off some stuff here. I'm gonna take off the dark room because it's going to, like, the fuse is going to blow anyway. Now I'm gonna leave this active actually. And disable the gym, disable the keycard system. As we do. I still need to find the office. Do I want to leave? Nah, not really. Okay, how about we find at least 1 more bedroom? That would be amazing. I would like that. We still have the chance to reroll some stuff, so it's not actually too bad. That's the kitchen. We have to go via the kitchen, yeah. Wait, I don't have keys. I'm stupid. Then let's see if I can get some keys in here. A coin. Please give me 1 singular key at some point. That would be great. Otherwise, I mean, we still got the allowance. The parlor didn't have any dig spots, right? I'm gonna go in here. I know it's kind of a waste of a step and also a coin. Which is sad, but so be it. There wasn't anything in here. Wait, we have the trunk that we can't open. Dig spots in here, yeah. Turnip. Please, a key. Just a coin. Anything else? The storeroom. I mean, the pantry didn't have any dig spots, right? Nor did this room. I mean, I got some value out of it, but I feel like I just got kind of unlucky when it comes to like keys and stuff. The closet didn't have anything either, right? Yeah, Okay, I'm gonna check some rooms again, just in case I forgot anything. I can go outside the garage anyway. I gotta go to the left. Was there? There was a dig spot in... Wait, wrong room. There was a dig spot outside, right? In the root cellar. Because this is the only chance that we get. Otherwise, you know, again, we got something out of this run, so I'm not complaining that much. I just like to complain in general, you know. Also, dig spot. Give me a key. No, it's a coin, not a key. Give me a key. All the keys. Please. I mean, we're getting like a lot. Like I remember like the first few runs where we never got anything out of the shovel basically. And this is definitely something by comparison. I still need to visit the laboratory, but that can wait. Can wait so much because we can first check the other room over here. Again, there's nothing over there. But if we walk over the plank, maybe we can get another key. If we don't get a key, then so be it. I still want to upgrade like at least one of my rooms. And tomorrow the curse is going to be gone. So I will feel a lot happier about exploring. There are a lot of spots. Like there's a good chance nothing. There's a good chance to get at least one key, right? Coin. Coin. Come on. Pebbles! Ooh, pebbles. I love pebbles. Give me something cool. Coin. One key, please. Turnip. I guess you don't want me to explore anymore. I mean, that's a choice. That's fine. I will survive, you know? Again, I didn't actually expect a lot out of this run. This run giving me a little bit of lore was more than I could have hoped for. So... let's throw in a coin if we haven't done yet. Are there dig spots outside in the orchard? I don't actually remember. Either way, I'm gonna go to the laboratory now. We checked all the rooms, right? We were in the nook. There was nothing. Again, like this drafting today wasn't that great. There isn't like a hidden dig spot here in like one of the corners that I missed. No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's go to the right. Unless the kitchen has like a dig spot. No. Oh wait. Spare room has some. You haven't actually been... oh, key, perfect. Okay, I guess the day isn't over yet. Well, you really like to make me wait and really get these... oh wait, I didn't need a key here. I need security though. Wouldn't have helped anyway. Anyway, laboratory. No wait, exit. I need to press E. It's another key. Upgrade program, scanning the disk. What can I get? And I'm getting the courtyard. I like the courtyard. I like drafting that one. We'll now have a chance to permanently upgrade to one of 3. 2 gems, 5 dig spots. The courtyard. A corridor yard. Oh, it counts as two different ones. Courtyard with 5 dig spots or just 2 gems in general? I like 2 gems, it's like kind of guaranteed. But always unlocked isn't actually that bad either. But I do have like other ways of getting keys. I've been upgrading keys a lot. I'm always drafting the courtyard, so maybe gems? Otherwise, is there something I care about in the courtyard? I mean, having a room that's always unlocked that has 2 exits is also really great, because normally we only have the normal corridor that has 2 exits, and one of them is obviously used by us. Could save us, but I do need more options to get gems, so I'm gonna take that one. Yes, this is the upgrade I want. I want also the courtyard, but hey. The 5 dig spots could be decent, but I feel like I'm always getting really unlucky when it comes to digging. So the only chance that we have is like that we get a card out of the 1 trunk that we know about. Otherwise, this run is over. Which again, not the worst thing. We have had a half hour of fun in the estate. And it's like the minimum, then I am feeling quite fine. Where was the trunk? Should have written it down. Not in a chapel. Was it in here? No. One day I'm gonna remember to write down stuff, just like I did last time once. Oh, it's over here. It likes to be over here, so I was at least somewhat sure it could have been here. Ooh, dice and money. I do not need either one of you. Hey. Well then, I guess it's it for today. I guess we can just end it here. Well, it has been a day, I guess. Anyway, the curse should be over tomorrow, and then we can go back to regular exploration. I hope you enjoyed, because I certainly have. Let's call it a day. We can do this tomorrow again. This time we used the disc. We were in the car, or like we checked out the trunk. We learned about more money. Sadly, we only got 2 drafts for that. It would have been nice to have gotten a third one, like a third bedroom for the experiment that we had, but it was cool. We got a new room, which was the... already forgot it. We have gotten the... oh, the root cellar's the new one. So otherwise it was just a repetition of all the rooms we had before. But I don't actually mind. I do like the way I have to approach puzzles, because obviously most puzzles aren't actually available to us. Also, we got lore. Next time we are going to draft the library. I'm gonna have to get the next book, and it's going to continue like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I certainly have. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.